Hello, and welcome to A Link to the Past, the third Zelda game in release order following The Legend of Zelda on the NES in '87 and Zelda 2 on the NES in '88. This game, released in April of 1992, the only Zelda game on the Super Nintendo. My second favorite Super Nintendo game, topped only by Super Metroid. Of course, I tried like 4 times to do a randomized version of this game with Super Metroid. Super Metroid A Link to the Past randomizer. Loved the idea of my two favorite Super Nintendo games on the same, but randomized Super Metroid a little too well, putting items in areas you need those items to get to. I mean, speedrunners may have been able to do stuff like that. I'm not a speedrunner, nor do I care to be, so yeah. Besides that, I kept thinking how weird it was that I was doing a randomized version of this game before even doing a playthrough of the main games. I may go back and try that randomizer sometime, but for now, yeah. Of course, this being the 30th anniversary year for this game. Another reason I want to do this. Of course, it is one of my favorite Zelda games, up there with Ocarina of Time and Breath of the Wild and Minish Cap, Oracle of Ages, Majora's Mask. Of course, you can't skip this. Just hit the start button and go right to the game, but at least in this version of the game, in the Game Boy Advance remaster, port, remake, whatever, that went along with Four Swords. There, you couldn't skip this. You had to watch that. Or so I only played that version of the game once. Wasn't too keen on one of the other changes they made later in the game, so said to myself, if I'm going to play this game, it's going to be the Super Nintendo original, either on actual hardware, computer emulation, or on 3DS Virtual Console. One way or the other, that it was going to be the original. And I'll go into detail on what that change is and why I don't like it when I get to that point in the game, but for now... Anyways, let's not sit through that again. New files just set for this. Help me! Who's talking? Okay, who are you? Oh. Okay. Agnem, who's he? And as always, yes, I know, I've played the game enough times, I know who these characters are. Again, playing dumb to avoid spoilers. So don't try to tell me in the comments, okay? I know. Okay. No, he should know better than that. 9 times out of 10, whenever you're told not to do something in a video game, well, you do it anyway. I mean, like I said in my Final Fantasy VII playthrough, it always sounds terribly immature, but yeah, that's just the way video game stories work. Anyways, the lantern, or lamp, okay. Don't even have a sword, so can't really do much exploration because every possible branching path. You have guards that won't let you through, so for now you just gotta follow the path the game dictates. I mean, the game does open up for exploration later, but for now, just follow the yellow brick road, so to speak. Yes, I'm working on it, Zelda. Yes, I just found it. I don't even have my shields yet. Okay. Zelda is your what? Of course, that has been the speculation of many Zelda fans for quite some time. Was he's tried to say Zelda is your sister, Zelda is your mother, Zelda is your what? But I think in one of the aforementioned Game Boy Advance remake, I think they basically protecting Zelda as your destiny or something to that effect. Since we're like descendants of Hylian knighthood, which is usually why Link has to be the one to do these quests out of all the people in Hyrule that could possibly. Of course, if you didn't get the lamp in your house, that will be in this chest instead of rupees. Oh, what are those? Man, those guards are weak. Throw a couple bushes at them and they die? Really? Wow. Anyways, sneak past the guards. I mean, you don't have to. You could just attack these guards, but in later games like Ocarina of Time, that's not possible. By the time you get close enough to attack them, they'll throw you out. So. Yeah. It does kind of piss me off about the randomized idea. I really wanted to do that. Again, my two favorite Super Nintendo games on one. Yeah. Oh well. Alright. Kill the enemies to open the door. Like so many of the puzzles in the first Zelda game. Okay, got a boomerang. Don't use it all that often, but okay. Now, for this guy, you could use your boomerang on him and stun him and hit him, back off and do that, or take the easy way and just throw jars at him. But either way, you do have to defeat him so you can get the key here. Yep, I get it. Okay. Sure. Now, if you didn't get the lamp in either your house or that underground tunnel where your uncle was, it'd be here. Because they really want to make sure you get that lamp. But yeah. Now we just walk out of here. Retracing our steps in reverse. Except for now there's a slight shortcut. Takes a couple screens off of the backtracking. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, I'm sure she know all about these secret passages since she lives here. Of course, if you try this before going down to the dungeons and rescuing Zelda, the game wouldn't let you push this. Guess it's to prevent sequence breaking, but okay. Ah, that's better. Like I said, I tried the randomized version of this game where I never could find the lamp, so you couldn't even do these screens because it would be total darkness. I mean, here at least you have that little illumination, kind of like the radiant or glow spell in the first Dragon Quest game. But without the lamp, you didn't even have that, so couldn't even see anything. So I couldn't even do this part. I mean, if you really know the layout of this room, I suppose it might be possible to navigate in the dark, but good luck on that one. That's not just the layout of the room, but the enemies. Can't see, you know, hard to fight what you can't see. Or heck, even just avoid them. Again, hard to do that when you can't see what you're trying to avoid, so yeah. So yeah, again, I couldn't even do this part in the randomizers. Sewer. Why do so many games have sewer areas? Seriously. Oh, and we're walking in raw sewage. Oh, how pleasant. We're gonna need to take a bath after this, man. Phooey, you stink, someone says. Well, gee, I wonder why. You have no idea what I've been walking through. I don't think there's any treasure chests in this room. No? Okay. This room. Can't do anything here now other than just pass on through to the next room, but later, well, bomb wall, or if they're encased in that outline like this one is, making it look kind of like a door. You can Pegasus boot dash through those, but I don't have the Pegasus boots either, so either way, I can't get in there yet. Have to come back here later for what's in there. I mean, you don't have to, but there's nothing, you know, no plot crucial items in there that you absolutely have to come back for. Oh, goody. Yeah, of course. The first game where it was called the Master Sword instead of just some unknown magic sword, like in the first two games that predated this one. Heart container. Of course, from here on out, you only get heart containers for beating bosses and completing dungeons. Otherwise, it's heart pieces. 24 of them in total, making 6 heart containers, 4 each. Like in every Zelda game since this. Okay. Sticky. Well, can't do anything with this yet. Later in the game, you'll be able to get an item there, but for now, no. The Lost Woods. I mean, it's customary in Zelda games that you have the Lost Woods where you have to go take a certain path through, like up, left, down, left in the first game, or you just infinitely repeat the same screen over and over again. Or a more intricate maze, or if you go the wrong way, you start off back at the beginning, like in Zelda, like in Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. But here you don't have either of that, so you could argue it's hardly worthy of being called the Lost Woods because of that. But yeah. Anyways. Another heart piece, or the first heart piece rather. First one we got was a full container, never mind. Mushroom. Who would want it though? Only one person even wants that thing. Alright. Kakariko Village. Okay. Not boomerang. Heart piece, number 2. Alright. Oh yeah, this guy. For 100 rupees, sells you one of the 4 empty bottles of the game. Oh yeah? Good hint for a later boss. But problem is you get this hint so early in the game that by the time you actually get to that boss, you've probably forgotten about that. At least I did at my first playthrough anyways. Okay, treasure chest. Well, I got back the money I just spent on that empty bottle. Between the rupees in this room and that room. Alright. 1 bomb left for now. So I'm gonna use it. Not there. Not yet anyways. On this. Open that up. Get some bombs from here. Go back in and they respawn, so you can pick them up a second time. Keep doing that over and over again. Good place to max out your bomb quantity. Which can be upgraded later in the game so you can carry more bombs. That's not for a while yet. Alright. Arrows. I don't even have a bow yet, dude. Why are you giving me arrows? What the heck am I supposed to do with arrows? Throw them like a spear? I don't think that would work too well. Anyways, once you get an empty bottle, this kid here gives you the bug catching net, which in this game you need to catch fairies with. Well, this was the first game that had that mechanic. In later games, you just swish the empty bottle over them to catch some, but here, yeah, you need this net he gives you. Oh, and speaking of empty bottles, there's another one. So I got half of them already. 2 out of the 4. This kid here. About the grandpa? Okay. Alright. And that's about all to do in Cake Rico Village here. For now. There's the Book of Medora. Need the Pegasus boots to dash into the shelf to knock the book off. You're going to need that to get into the second dungeon, but I can't get it right now if I wanted to. So. Again, I imagine that's done to prevent too much early game sequence breaking. If you could get that now, you wouldn't even have to go to the first dungeon right away. You can just go to the second one, which is a little closer to where we are right now. So. Okay, another heart container before going into the first real dungeon of the game. Alright. You can't do anything up there yet, so. As of right now, kid up there plays his flute. Yeah, they were still calling it a flute at this point. They didn't start calling it an ocarina until the Zelda game that has that word in its title. Actually, no, never mind. Ocarina of Time. Link's Awakening was the first game where they actually started calling it an ocarina. I stand corrected. Yeah, at this point it was still called a flute. Just get bombs from that chest. Here we get another heart piece. And you can actually pick up this fish, take him up here. He gives you 20 bucks for saving him. How the fish got rupees, I don't know, but okay. Of course, I can't really do much in the desert yet since I don't have the Book of Medora, but... yeah, basically telling you need that book to get into the second dungeon. Anyways, another heart piece. But that's the last of the heart pieces you can get for now. Not enough of them to fill up yet another heart container. So this game ain't like the first game where you could have 6 heart containers, counting the 3 you started the game with before going into any of the dungeons. Or Majora's Mask, where you can have 7 of them before the first dungeon. Here, only 5. Since all of the other heart pieces are locked behind areas you need other items you don't have yet. Which is okay. I mean, how many heart containers do you need for the first dungeon anyways? I mean, like most games, the first dungeon is basically just like a tutorial teaching you the mechanics of the game. Yeah, I'll do that later. Now, well, the first dungeon is over there off to the right, but I'm going to go out of my way first. Make a little detour, pit stop, sidetrack. Go up here. If you got the mushroom from the Lost Woods, this is the person you'd give it to. Come back later, she says. And this is the thing I've seen a lot of people goof up on. And I'm not just talking people on their first playthrough where it's understandable, but I've seen people who played the game before, who do know a lot about it and is shown in their playthroughs. But they keep thinking, okay, come back later. They come back later, much later, and talk to that same person again, and her dialogue doesn't change. And they're like, okay, well, when do I get the item? Well, later. Well, it's later. Just a few seconds later, but it's still later. And secondly, you don't get the item from her. You get the item in here from him. Yeah. Again, it's understandable to see people playing, on a first playthrough get that wrong, but I mean, I'm sorry, I know it shouldn't be, but I find it kind of comedic when I see people who do know a lot about the game and it shows in their playthroughs of it, but they get, yeah, like, dude, you know, yeah, you get the idea. I mean, I'm not trying to say I know everything about this game either myself. Saharasala, however you pronounce his name. Okay. I gotta go there anyway, so yeah. I wanted to, I could go back up to the potion shop up there and get another potion, but nah. And up here, the Eastern Palace, the first dungeon of the game. Optionally, you can go over here and get some rupees. Of course, this is just going to be the map or the compass, which you don't really need if you've played the game before. You already know the layout of the dungeons. Of course, in the randomizers, where every chest could be anything, you don't want to overlook this because this could end up being some key item you need. Instead of just the map. Stealth bolts are annoying in this game. Not, you know, because of how much damage they do like an Ocarina of Time, but because they can back jump like that, making them harder to hit. And again, like so many puzzles in the first game, kill all the enemies to open the door forward. Well, there's the main chest, but I don't have the big key yet, so I can't open that. Back in this room, but on this upper ledge, otherwise unreachable. Oh, what the hell? Turn around, Link. See what I mean about annoying stealth bolts? Now I got the boss key, or the big key as they call it in this game. Now I can open that chest in the room over here and get the dungeon item. The bow. Oh, sure, walk right into him. Oh, getting clobbered by bowling balls. At least that's what they always remind me of. So this guy you need the bow for. All of the other enemies we've seen so far can be defeated with other weapons. Not that one. Or these two. Well, it helps if you actually hit the target. Oh, what? I thought I had that. Any more health? One more. Oh, almost back up to full health. For the first boss of the game. Armos Knights. Oh, I had that. Go away. Easy enough, like most first dungeons and first bosses. Now I'll go back and talk to him. Okay. Gives you the Pegasus boots. which actually you do need at least once to get the Book of Medora from the top of that bookcase back in Cake Rico Library. After that, you don't really need them anymore. I mean, they're nice to have, but... Of course, one of the optional uses for those, there's a few items you can get, like, granted it's completely, entirely out of the way at this point, but for reasons I'll explain a little later, I'm gonna go use that to get another item. Get out of my way, you little twerps. Pegasus dash into that to get a heart piece. Of course, that's the last of the heart pieces until I'm into the second dungeon. Leave the second dungeon from one of these side exits, so to speak, and get access to another heart piece. That'll give me another heart container. Now, since I got that one, which again is the reason I went out of my way to get this one now, so that next one I get will be another full heart container. Still not much to do here. But come back here and get this, which you definitely want to do before you try going to the desert to the southwest. So you're not getting into the next dungeon without this item, so yeah. Back at my house. Of course, I always wondered why the Cake Rico Village theme music is playing here at my house. This isn't Cake Rico Village. Oh well. Of course, you can always, at any point in the game, as many times in the game as you want, you can always come here and get these 3 recovery hearts. Alright, before I go to the desert, one more thing I want to do. A couple more things actually, but of course that's just a fairy fountain. What? Oh, screw you, game. Okay. Yeah, this room is much more exciting, and the randomizer, each one of these chests could be some key item, getting way out of chronology, or you could get the red tunic from one of these chests. Here it's just, yeah, not as big a deal. If I had the power glove, I could lift that rock there. Anyways, here we get the ice rod, which you don't need until much later in the game, but you can optionally use it against the boss of the next dungeon. It does massive damage, much more than any other attack you'd have at this point in the game would. Of course, I think that's why the game, why Saharasala told you to come here and advised you to come and get that. Yeah. You don't have to naturally, at least not yet. Nothing left to do here for now. But there is this fairy fountain here which will shut up the annoying Zelda beep. And I really don't know what, yeah, I mentioned that in the last video, but yeah. I don't know what they were thinking with that. Beep, 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 beep. Until you get more hearts. Or heal with the potion or something. Anyways, that's about all of the overworld exploration for now. Until later when I get more items. So for now it's pretty much right to the second dungeon. What? I can't read that. Well, now I can. And that's why you need the book. Of course, there's three other spots where you need that book along with the Master Sword in those cases to get a few items. But that's later in the game. And this is where I end the video. The Desert Palace. Level 2 or second dungeon, whatever. Pick it up from here next time. See ya. Bye for now.